Hi everybody, it's DRAWninjaKC here. We're going to do a pen and ink drawing today of Captain Marvel. Her movie is coming out, I think, in March. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And there's been a lot of hoopla and talk about her, so I figured why not draw a nice picture. It's going to be an enjoyable experience. Nice picture of Captain Marvel. And I'm very excited about the movie coming out. I'm so excited that today I'm going to sing my opening theme song. Hit it! Oh, sorry. Okay, now that you've survived the melodious tones of my opening theme song, let's get right to the drawing, shall we? Okay, I'm starting off with the head, opening up with a egg shape, or say upside down egg. And I am drawing Captain Marvel, so I'll admit first and foremost that I really don't know much about the character. So I'm basically going on everything I've seen on the internet or just what I've known from the past. There's been other Captain Marvels, or I guess the same character but with different costumes and different backstory or whatever. So, but I know recently I've seen her with short hair, so I'm gonna attack her with short hair. Attack her with short hair. As you can see, when I think about the hair, I think I always draw hair like it's fire. I don't know why. I just like doing that. I don't know. It's flowing, and this is a pose where it looks like she's just kind of like landing or coming in for a landing. So it's a very kind of like subtle, easy, you know, maybe she's floating in the air a little bit kind of pose, and she's grabbing her little belt buckle, the one with the star on it. So I thought that would be a nice pose to just kind of draw her in. It gives me a chance to draw, her costume where it can be seen, and just her whole body to where it can be seen. So again, with the hair, although because she's landing, I'm thinking of it as fire, and then the fire just kind of flowing. So she's coming from, see where the side of the hair is tilted towards, or she's coming from that side. So she's coming in for a landing on that side. And of course, after I draw the form, not the forearm, the form, I start to put in the costume detail. Her costume is not that complex. Right here, I'm just trying to figure out which way her sash is gonna flow. I thought about putting it around her leg, but nah, it's too one-sided. Also wanted to fill up the space on the right side of the page, so I decided to have one part of her sash going to the left side, and one part of the sash going to the right side. Putting in the forearm detail, laying down some shadows. She is kind of twisted to the side, so I wanted to make sure that that comes out by making, as you can see, her right side shoulders a little larger because it's towards the front, and the back side a little on the left side shoulder a little shorter because it's kind of turned towards the back, which would mean that I would have to create a little bit of a shadow on the tricep muscle on the back a little bit, and also put her I guess when she's, if you're looking at from our perspective, her left breast in front of her left arm from our perspective. And there I'm putting in a shadow right there. Now, because she's Captain Marvel, I decided to make her pretty muscular. As you can see, I'm getting very detailed with the muscles, the leg muscles, the stomach muscles. I think I would prefer to draw women more subtle when it comes to their physique. Not so much, not so much muscles, but for her, I wanted to. I mean, she's Captain Marvel. Arguably the strongest human being, and the strongest being in the Marvel universe. So I wanted to kind of reflect that by accentuating her musculature a little bit, and it worked out. So And for a lot of the shadow and the shading, and I'm putting not a little, a lot of cross hatching. I like working with cross hatching. I don't have a particular style. At least for me, I don't believe I have a particular style, or maybe I have different styles for doing comic book style art. But I love to cross hatch, but also because of my background of drawing like a samurai comic book, there were times when I didn't even use cross hatching because of the clothing of the samurai and stuff. So it'd just be lines with different line weights, and that worked out well. So whether I use cross hatching in a drawing or just regular lines to leave room for coloring, whatever, all depends on the situation. Whether the drawing calls for it or um, the, the coloring of the drawing calls for it. That all depends on what style I use. So I have many styles. I never consider myself having one style of drawing comic books. So that, can be a good thing or a bad thing. I guess only time will tell. But I think it's important to have variety and different varieties of the way you do certain things so that you can cater to more audiences. And if you enjoy them both, and which I do, there's nothing wrong with that. So as you can see, I'm putting in a harder shadow on the left arm, again from our perspective, because it's in the back a little bit. I wanted to point that out with the shadows. I put a little smile on her face, not a big smile. And now I'm just kind of inking it away, going in with I think a number 3 inking pen, and making sure all the cross hatching gets colored in or inked over. I wanted to make her look powerful but also very subtle, which is I don't know, which I think I am kind of pulling it off here. It's very important to make her look strong for this picture, at least for me. The idea was to make her look strong but agile, strong but feminine as well, which I think I pulled off here. She's gripping the belt buckle, the little buckle that keeps her sash together. I don't know what. Again, I don't read the comic as much, or I don't read the comic at all, so I'm not sure if the sash has a significance. But I guess it's the new era cape. But I don't know if I had to draw her, if I had to recreate her costume, I would surely do it without the sash. I don't see the significance of this sash. It just looks. I mean, I know it's a comic book and everything, but it just looks impractical. Unless you can use it to like choke people with or something. I don't know. But it doesn't seem like it's a very practical thing. And then again, it could just be, for aesthetics, you know. But again, every time I've seen her with this sash, it's just I always want to just recreate it and do away with the sash, you know. But it is what it is. So getting down here to the inks, it's looking really good. It's coming out exactly the way I want it to. So now I'm going in with, I'm not erasing the pencils. I'm just kind of using them now as shading. So I'm using one of those stumps to shade the pencils that was left there by the sketching, to give it sort of like a three-dimensional kind of feel. To use it as gray tones. And it works really well. The pencil shades in as gray tones, makes it look really nice. And then gives it a nice 3D feel. And now I do something here that I've seen Jim Lee do, and it's just very effective, and I always like the effect that it creates. So I'm just kind of taking a tissue, put ink on it, and then just create an atmosphere around the character, like some kind of emanating energy or something. Just make it look like whatever is coming off of her is just affecting everything around her. So I just wanted to kind of put that in there and darken the edges so that the middle part actually pops a little bit more. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Marvel. I think I did a pretty good job. If you're here for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks again for watching.